It's Vidya Deda, and I'm from Pakistan High School for Girls. I'm grade 11. Thank you. GTMF is basically dual tone multi-frequency. So dual tone multi-frequency is basically, on your phone you have a keypad, and when you press buttons on your phone and numbers, it will send a signal to your service provider. So that service provider will basically decode the frequencies and will send it to your receiver. So your receiver will receive your call. That's the only reason why we can call the next person. So those are the binary codes, and they are normally made up of 1 and 0. So those two codes, in my case of my project, those are the reasons, or those codes are the reason why my project can actually move. So this is a circuit of it, and that's a simplified version. So basically the jack of the phone that's attached there is basically connected to a DTMF module. That module decodes the signals from the first phone, and then that is connected to a motor controller, and the motor controller is connected to the wheels, so that's why the robot moves in a simplified version. So Exhibit A will call Exhibit B, and then Exhibit B will send codes to the module, and the module will send that information to the motor driver, and the motor driver will drive the wheels. That's how the project works, basically.
I'm Richard Fryer. I'm from Work of Vreendal in the Western Cape, and my category is animal science. So my project goes about synchronization of ewes. And what that basically is about, we take a sponge with hormones in it and we insert it into the ewe, and that tricks her into thinking that she's pregnant, and she stops ovulating for that 2 weeks that the sponge is inside of her. And once we remove the sponge, she realizes that she is not pregnant, and she starts ovulating within the next 24 hours. And at that time we put the rams together and to fertilize the ewes. And when the lambing season comes, they all lamb within 5 days from each other. So it's just about for the farmer, so it can be easier to manage all his lands and the ewes, and to minimize the effect of the drought and the predators. We do it on our farm in Kofinia. So I read about it in the Landbouweekblad, and I thought, well, it's a good idea, and we started doing it at our farm, and I thought, well, I want to do a project about it.
I'm Edzani Maisha from Biru Secondary School. I'm doing grade 11. I'm just simply doing an auto irrigator and a detector. It's a system that is an auto irrigation on a sensor. You just have to put a soil sample on a beaker and then add a bromothol blue. After adding a bromothol blue, a camera will analyze that what type of soil you are having and what is suitable to be planted in a specific soil, and then adding how many liters per day. After that, you're gonna be making an information or setting a timer here about what you have found on the liquid crystal display. After doing that, the system will irrigate your plantation field. But if the soil is saturated enough, the machine will not irrigate your plantation field. Where I come from, there's a lot of farmers. They don't have machines to irrigate their plantation field. They just keep adding any amount of liters, which is leading to water shortage.
Expo 2019!